What I'm going to talk about right now is a website called Padlet. And Padlet is a cool tool that is sort of a digital corkboard, if you will, but it allows us to do more than just take pictures and words. We can add audio, we can add video, and for me, that's a really great thing because there's an activity that I do pretty regularly called a one-pager where students are asked to take a visual representation of something that they've read, um, one or two visual representations, some text from what they've read, and put them together on the page. And we use that as a pre-writing tool to help us get prepared because they have to go and find evidence and they have to sort of get their ideas set on how they're going to answer that question beforehand. And so this is a tool that I think we can use to sort of step that up. Um, and it also applies nicely because it's going to ask the students to meet the standard of exhibiting a tolerance for ambiguity, and they're going to have to persevere, and they're going to have the capacity to work with open-ended problems because they're just asked to go and find a picture. But it also is going to help them communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualizations, models, or simulations. So this is another way that we can use that tool. So Padlet is pretty easy to get set up. So the first thing that you have to do, of course, is sign up and click there. And you can either sign up through an email and set your own password, or like I'm going to do, just sign up with Google. And I will select my account there. And so it brings me to this starter page. Um, I've got my various settings up here. If I want to collaborate with people, I can. If I want to make attachments, I can. If I want to see the past things that I've made, I would click Padlets. But what I want to do right now is I want to make a new one. So I'm going to select Make a Padlet. And I have some choices of what I want that to look like. I can have it be set up as a wall where it's sort of stacked like bricks, or I could make it a canvas, streamline it so that it sort of rolls from top to bottom, a grid, or a shelf where things are sort of stacked up in shelves. I personally like a wall, so I'm going to select that one. And then it gives me a starter name, my Sublime Wall, and I will come over here and I'm going to change that to my digital one pager. The description is going to be will just be basic text title, whatever that text is that we're working with. Now, I can also select my wallpapers. So if I'm not a big fan of this mustard yellow color here, I can select more, and I have the option to pick from a variety of things. I can't really change, if I decide to go with this giraffe, I can't change the color of it. I'm just kind of stuck with that color. But I have a few choices, as well as if I want to, if I come back up here and click Add My Own, I can find a picture that I like on the web and I can add that, or I could take a picture from my computer and add that, or if I just wanted to put my smiling face on there, I could take a picture of myself and put it on there, whatever I want. So I actually don't want this one. I said I like this, so I'm going to pick bricks. And I want to make sure I push this button here. If I come just back over here and click on it, it's going to ask me every time, and you're going to have to keep clicking, keep working. So make sure you use the back button here. And I also want to make sure that I've reviewed my privacy. I like to keep it for now secret. Those with access can write. And then I want to make sure that I select this one. I'm going to turn this off so that if anybody does get it, they can't basically remake what I've already done. So now that I've got that set, I'm all ready to go and I can start posting. So the way I do that is down here in the lower right hand corner, there is this button. I can use it or I can just double click someplace. And when I double click, it's going to ask me to type in something. So I would put in text title, and then here is what I think so on and so forth. And what's kind of cool about this is that you could add all sorts of different attachments. You can add audio, video, pictures, documents. I've been thinking that this audio feature would be very cool to have the students, if we're going to be talking about using evidence, having them record themselves reading a direct quote from the text and add that in. They can add pictures from the internet. They could add pictures from their own computers, and you just really get to build this exactly the way you want it to look. Once you are done, it should be saving automatically. And so if you come back to home and scroll down, I can see that my digital one-pager has now appeared there. And if I want to re-access it, I can just come and double click on it and it will open back up. So this is Padlet. I think it's got a lot of promising features to it that maybe could also be more than just a replacement for paper pencil, but really sort of take it up that step with being able to record audio and add video and do some very cool things.